Hi everyone, it's Jenny. Welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me. So I've come on to do a page of my side tuck journal that I'm doing sort of along with Scrimping Mummy, Amanda. So what I've done the other day, I sorted out my little drawer and I had all bits and pieces in. Because I'm thinking I want this to be a garden theme. I'm doing this is my first ever side tuck journal, and I'm going to do it just for me. So what I did was I put everything in here. Now, if you watch my first page, I did use some bits that I was given. This lovely ribbon was round my Easter swap with Amber, so I've got that. I've also gone through. I want to use all these little bits up in this pot. I've gone through and put all the stickers and bits and pieces that were in my little drawer, which is looking much tidier now. So I've taken everything out that's sort of flower themed or garden themed, and put them in here so that I've got everything to hand that I really sort of want to use. But for today's page, what I thought I'm going to do is use some of these anyway. And this was my page that I did, which I put a video up for. So I'm going to do another page, my second page. Now I have got this image on here, but I'm going to go over that. So what I'm going to do, I've got an envelope full of scraps that I was given by Amanda, and I'm going to use some of the bits in here. So let's see what we've got. Now, I think some bits, well, that's Christmas, so we're not going to be using that because this is not for Christmas. So that's Christmas. Let's take these little Christmas scraps out the way. Oh, there's some little nice little bits. I like that. We've got these little bits. I did cut up some scraps. I used some bits. Oh, I like that. It's got a flower on it. Cut out some bits with my puncher, hole punch with a heart and a circle. We've got a bit of vellum there as well. Okay. Oh, I like that. She's obviously used that for something. There's some more bits I punched out. Like that as well. So we are going to use some of this. This is pretty paper. Look at that. Love it. Pink, pink. That piece is nice as well. Okay, so we've got flowers on there. Let's have a look what we got here. That piece. Now this piece, I reckon this is the front of a card. Fabrications, linen and paper. Yes, it is. But we are going to use that. Where's my trimmer? I'm just thinking, let me take... Right. Let's take that piece off first. That end piece. So we can use that. And then I'm going to cut these pieces. Do you know what? Am I going to cut them? No, I'm not. I'm going to tear them. I'm going to tear them. Can't have that, but we can keep that on there because I can cover that up. So and this is all just about using bits of scrap and things that are on my desk. So let me get my green out. I'm just going to go around the edge of that with my green. Let's go a bit darker than that. Actually, let's tear that little bit off. Don't want that. Just give this a little bit of colour on the edge. You might not end up seeing all of this as I'm putting this down first anyway, but we'll see how it goes. I have no idea what I'm doing. It's quite thick, that, so I'm wondering if I should use my Mod Podge to stick that down. I'm thinking I might, because it's quite thick. So let's just pop some of this on. Let's get some on there. Thinking that'll probably stick down better. Okay, so is that upside down? It is, isn't it? Quick, quick, quick. Yeah. Okay, let's get that tucked in the corner there. Right, I'm also going to use this piece. I'm going to get glue everywhere on this, I expect, but... And then I'm just going to go up there with that piece and have that piece across that straight piece. Right, I'm going to tear that in half. We've got enough green on there. And then cover that. Pop that there. Just make sure I am in... Yeah, I am. Just checking that I was in screen. There we go. That piece there. And then I'm going to have that piece up there. Oh, stay there. Do you know what? I'm going to go that way with it. Right, those bits are rubbish. I think I want to use this. I'm just going to cut that black bit off, and I'm also just going to go down with my, these are a bit big. I've got some smaller ones actually. Let's use them. I don't know why I'm struggling with the big ones. Let's use the smaller ones. Just to make a little bit of a, and also to get rid of that little black line. Just to give it something a bit different on the edge. Cut the edges. And I think I'm going to cut it in half. Okay. And then I'm going to just put some on there. I'm going to go across there with that. You know what I should have done first though? Is tear a bit of this off. Put that underneath. Just get that quickly before it dries and I'll be able to lift that off. Yeah, there we go. That can go on there. And then that piece can go on top. There we go. Right, I'm going to use this. That's going to go there. I'm going to lift this again. I have got time because it's quite thick. I'm going to put that there. And I'm just going to leave that a minute because if I change my mind, which I'm thinking I will, I'm going to put that there. Just using up all these scraps. Right, now this is going down, so I'm just going to re-glue it. I've got some glue on there. There we go. Now you can go. There. I'm just going to get a wet wipe out because I'm getting glue everywhere, all over my hands. I don't mind this Mod Podge. It's like the glue that we used to have at school, and then if you let it dry, you can just peel it off. Right, that's that bit. Okay, I'm going to come in with something else. What have I got here? I'm liking this piece here. I'm thinking I'm going to get a bit of vintage photo on this one. Because I like my vintage photo. Just pop a bit of that on there. Put the lid on and draw me out. I like that pattern on there. Actually, I'm going to go that way because then that covers the bottom up, doesn't it? Let's just glue that down. I'm going to go about there with that. I think that writing might be upside down. I'm going to have to go that way because the writing was upside down and I can't do that. That would bother me too much, I'm afraid. Yeah, that bit's going to go there. Cover over that. There we go. That bit's going to go there. There we go. I've still got that piece and I need another. Did I have any more green in there? I can have a piece of this actually. That's got some green on it. That gets rid of that piece then. Just going to tear that edge. And I'm going to put some green on this one. It might look a bit of a jumbled mess at the moment, but trust the process, as they say. And I'm just doing one page at a time. There's no stress as to when you have to do it. And then do you know what? That bit is going to fit there perfectly. Right, so that's used all those bits of scrap up that would otherwise just sit there. Right, don't think I need that anymore. I'm just going to wipe my brush. I will clean it properly when I've finished. Okay, so those are the bits of scraps that I'm using today. So the other bits can go back in the envelope after I've finished. So I am not using those. Right, where's my little envelope here? This is my envelope of little bits and pieces. I love that toadstool. That was from Andrea, the Cumbrian Crafter. I'm definitely going to be using that. Happiness comes from the heart. I'm using that because I've just got it out. These beautiful flowers. That is going on there. They were from my pen pal in America. It's got blue on it. Do you know what? That's actually really pretty as well. And then these were from Amber. I'm thinking that. I really like that. Yep. I'm going to go for that. If I can get it off. Sometimes these don't want to play ball. I can normally roll it. There it is. There it is. Right, there we go. nicely. I think these are stickers. Yes, they are. And then you, lady, are going to go there. I like that. Happiness comes from the heart. And I'm actually going to cut that in half. Like that. Take a bit off the end there. In fact, no, should we do it as a little banner? Let's cut it as a little banner. Cut that piece off there. Cut that piece off there. Happiness comes from the heart. I'll just use my normal glue for that. And then this is literally, I'm just going to make this whole little journal using pieces that I've got, that I've sorted out here, and the scraps of paper. Happiness comes from the heart. There we go. And that will go just there, like so. And then, what have I got in here that I can use? Have I got any bling blings? Might be something. I quite like that little green heart. If that's too green. Oh, there's a little one there. There's a little green heart there. Have I got any more of those? Yes. There's another one. My aim is to try and use all of this up. Oh, there's another one there. And there's a gold one. Is there any more in there? I can use them all up at the same time on this page. Don't think there is. Hang on, I think that was another one there. Yep, there's one. Not a great gold or yellow person, but they're there. So I'm going to use them. I think that's all of them. Oh, there's another green one. Let's get that out. There we go, that'll do. There's a little gem on there. Right, let's use those. And then I need... Right, so how many have we got? 3, we got 7. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's decided on where they're going then. So I've got green. That'll dry clear. Green one there. Oh dear. I need to get a new wax pencil. We'll have a green one there. There rather. We'll have a gold one there. And then the other green one there. There. And then I've got this little bits of paper that I did cut out. I'm going to put that on, you know. Just have that little heart, because we've got the heart on there. So let's use these that I cut out. And they've got... There we go. I like that. How quick was that? Well, relatively, 19 minutes. So that is my page 2, just from using my scraps and bits on my desk that I've sorted out. So that's the start of my side tuck journal. So hope you enjoyed. Please do hit the like button if you did, and if you're not subscribed to my channel, please do. I'm trying to get to 500. That's my next goal, and I'll be doing a giveaway once I've got there. So thank you very much for watching. Take care everyone, crafty hugs, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.